Eric starts off this hour with us in Salt Lake City. Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I had a question about my mortgage. I have a 30-year mortgage, which I know you recommend against now after listening to you, but I have a really good interest rate at 3%, which I don't know. I guess it's good.
That's excellent.
So my question is that my mortgage really isn't that much. I've paid off about 20,000 or 10,000, so it's just about 130,000.
Mm-hmm.
I have about $15,000 cash saved up besides my emergency fund, and I was wondering if it'd be better to switch to refinance to a different, like a 15-year loan, so that way the more of it would go towards principal and try to pay the loan off faster. But, just financially, I just haven't taken the time to research the numbers.
Right. Here's interesting mathematically. If you pay extra on a 30-year mortgage to where the amount of your payment is the same as it would have been on a 15-year mortgage, it pays off in exactly 15 years.
Yeah.
And so you would not refinance to pay a 30 like a 15 if you've got an advantageous interest rate, which you do. You've got a great interest rate. So, no, you would not refinance. In other words, you would just pay extra. Now, when you're at baby step 4, which means you're debt-free, everything but the house, is that your case?
We do have my wife's car, which is I think we have about $10,000 on that, but other than that, then completely debt-free.
Well, you're not debt-free then, and you should take that $15,000 and pay that car off today.
Yeah.
That's extra above your emergency fund, you said, right?
Correct.
Well, why are you sitting around on $15,000 with a car payment?
Just for emergencies. I mean,
you have an emergency fund, you told me.
Yeah. Just for the odd stuff. I don't know. I mean, I guess just for security, really.
How about just financial laziness? Would that work?
I'm fine with that.
Write a check, pay off your car, dude, today. Okay, because you got the extra money to do that. Now, then we're going to be putting 15% of your income into retirement. Are you doing that?
No.
Okay, you should adjust your 401k and or buy a Roth IRA coming monthly out of your checking account into good growth stock mutual funds to the tune of 15% of your household income. And you may need that extra 5 after you pay the $10,000 car off with the extra 15 you have laying around to maybe fund your Roth IRA and get some stuff started. So let's reserve that money for that. Then, if you can find extra in your budget while you're doing that, I would suggest you pay your 30 like a 15 rather than refinancing it. Don't go to the expense or trouble to refinance because you already have a good interest rate. Mathematically, on that part of the equation, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if you just get a financial calculator out and you run the payment, how long have you had this mortgage?
Only 3 years.
Okay, so now you're at 28 years, or 27 years. 27 years,
yeah.
Okay. So if you want to pay it off 15 from today, you would take your current balance, put in the interest rate, put in 180 payments, which is 15 years, and it'll spit out a payment. That is the principal and interest you would have to pay. Compare that to your principal and interest now, and not counting taxes and insurance, just principal and interest. And then the difference is what you need to pay extra to pay it off 15 years from today. If you wanted to pay it off 15 years from when you started, then you would not use 15 years from today. You'd use 12 years from today, right?
Yeah.
And so then we would just put 144 payments in, 12 years of payments, and then we'd be ready to go. So either way, you just put that in a financial calculator, and the answer to your initial question in the call, do I throw this $15,000 or do I refinance the mortgage? Neither one. We're going to throw the 15 at the car and at getting your retirement going, being 100% debt free. Then you have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses in place, and then we're putting 15% of your income into retirement. That's baby step 4. Then as we can find extra, we're going to pay extra on the house. Hopefully you pay it off faster than 12 or 15. A lot of people, Eric, doing our stuff that really pay attention and lean into it and are diligent are paying off their homes in an average of 7 years. That's an average. So some are taking longer, some are taking shorter, but that's doing it pretty quickly. They're leaning on it. And again, that's just rolling up your sleeves and saying, I'm not going to let money just lay around doing nothing. We're going to make all the money that we have a genuine, defined clear purpose. And that's 3 to 6 months of expenses for emergency fund. That's 15% going into retirement. That's every extra dollar going on the house. We're watching the budget. We're making the money behave, telling it what to do. Jumping on everydollar.com, get your budget going for free, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for calling in, dude. Appreciate you joining us.